Learning to talk. Quality conversation requires not only sympathetic listening, but also self-revelation. When a wife says, I wish my husband would talk, I never know what he's thinking or feeling, she's pleading for intimacy. She wants to feel close to her husband, but how can she feel close to someone whom she doesn't know? In order for her to feel love, he must learn to reveal himself. If her primary love language is quality time and her dialect quality is quality conversation, her emotional love tank will never be filled until he tells her. Her emotional love tank will never be filled until he tells her his thoughts and feelings. If you need to learn the language of quality conversation, begin by noting the emotions you feel away from home. Self-revelation does not come easy for some of us. Many adults grew up in homes where the expression of thoughts and feelings were not encouraged but condemned. To request a toy was to receive a lecture on the sad state of family finances. The child went away feeling guilty for having the desire, and he quickly learned how to express his desires. When he expressed anger, the parents responded with harsh and condemning words. Thus, the child learned that expressing angry feelings is not appropriate. If the child was made to feel guilty for expressing disappointment and not being able to go to the store with his father, he learned to hold his disappointment inside. By the time we reach adulthood, many of us learn to deny our feelings. We are no longer in touch with our emotional selves. A wife said to her husband, How did you feel about what Don did? And the husband responded, I think he was wrong. He should have, but he is not telling her his feelings. He is voicing his thoughts. Perhaps he has reason to feel angry, hurt, or disappointed, but he has lived so long in the world of thought that he does not acknowledge his feelings. When he decides to learn the language of quality conversation, it will be like learning a foreign language. The place to begin is by getting in touch with his feelings, becoming aware that he is an emotional creature in spite of the fact that he has denied that part of his life. If you need to learn the language of quality conversation, begin by noting the emotions you feel away from home. Carry a small notepad and keep it with you daily. 3 times a day, ask yourself, what emotions have I felt in the last 3 hours? When did I feel on the work? What did I feel on the way to work when the driver behind me was riding my bumper? What did I feel when I stopped at the gas station and the automatic pump did not shut off and the side of the car was covered with gas? What did I feel when I got to the office and found that my secretary had been assigned to a special work project for the morning? What did I feel when my supervisor told me that the project I was working on had to be completed in 3 days when I thought I had another 2 weeks? Write down your feelings in a notepad and a word or two to help you remember the event corresponding to the feeling. Your list may look like this: event, tailgater, feelings angry; event, gas station, feelings very upset; event, no secretary, feelings disappointed; event, work project due in 3 days, feelings frustrated and anxious. Do the exercise 3 times a day, and you will develop an awareness of your emotional nature. Using your notepad, communicate your emotions and events briefly with your spouse as many days as possible. In a few weeks, you will become comfortable expressing your emotions with him or her, and eventually you will feel comfortable discussing your emotions towards your spouse, the children, and events occur within the home. Remember, emotions themselves are neither good nor bad. They are simply our psychological responses to the events of life. Excuse me. Based on our thoughts and emotions, we eventually make decisions. When the tailgater was following you on the highway and you felt angry, perhaps you had these thoughts: I wish he would lay off. I wish he would pass me. If I thought I wouldn't get caught, I'd press the accelerator and leave him in the twilight. I should slam on my brakes and let his insurance company buy me a new car. Maybe I'll pull off the road and let him pass. Eventually, you made some decision on the other driver backed off, turned or passed you, and you arrived safely at work. In each of life's events, we have emotions, thoughts, desires, and eventually actions. It is expression of that process that we call self-revelation. If you choose to learn the love dialect of quality conversation, that is the learning road. If you choose to learn the love dialect of quality conversations, that is a learning road you must follow.